Director of Patient Care and Advocacy at Walgreens, overseeing our HIV efforts nationally. Today is National HIV Testing Day, and we're honored today to have our mayor here today. Walgreens participates in this program with Greater Than AIDS, a Kaiser Family Foundation program nationally. This is our 9th year. We have over 260 cities around the nation testing today in about 500 stores. And this is very important for people today to know their HIV status. About 15% of all people do not know their status, although they're living with HIV. We have medications now, of course, to treat HIV. It's very important to get into care as soon as possible, but we also now have medications to prevent HIV. And in order to prevent HIV, somebody that is at risk must know their status to begin. And this is the first step in testing for HIV. It's very important to allow patients to feel comfortable, so having testing at a pharmacy is a perfect place in the community where a healthcare team member could provide an HIV test and bring awareness to that patient's status. Our pharmacists are trained in HIV, and we as a company support efforts of HIV and ending the epidemic nationally. Thank you very much for coming today. I'd like to now introduce Lori. Thank you, Lori.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here. As you know, today is National HIV Testing Day. And I want to acknowledge the medical professionals here and across Chicago who are conducting these tests. And I want to thank Walgreens for their partnership and their leadership on bringing this testing opportunity to communities all over Chicago, particularly on the south and the west side. All of them are providing a vital medical service. They're also working with advocates and community members to remove the stigma from these tests, which is critically important. A lot of the times that HIV is now spreading, it's in communities where there is a stigma, where people fear going to medical professionals, and we got to do everything we can to educate members of the public why this is so vitally important so we can stop the spread of HIV. And as you know, I personally got tested, and I recommend that everyone do the same. I'd also like to thank the men and women who are standing with me now. Glen Pietrandoni from Walgreens, Carl Myers from Beyond Care, Izada Walton, who's a community volunteer. Our goal in Chicago is very simple. We want to make incidents of HIV and AIDS a thing of the past. That happens through raising awareness, investing in support systems, and through testing like we saw today. We will continue to be supporting community-based organizations to develop interventions to address the root causes of HIV-related health disparities. We will fund health homes for individuals living with HIV and those vulnerable to the disease. We'll also be creating a comprehensive hub that provides information and referrals for residents to meet any of the HIV needs that they may have. It is simply wrong for a city with the wealth and resources of Chicago to have anyone contracting diseases that are easily preventable. Look, I'm old enough to remember when the AIDS crisis burst onto the national scene. So many people needlessly died because there weren't treatment, because of stigma. We are way past that time, and yet we still see AIDS and HIV spreading in our communities. There's no reason for that to happen if we're diligent, if we help educate people, if we destigmatize it, and we provide the resources and availability of life-changing medicine that is now available at our fingertips. We as a city have a moral obligation to lead the fight when it comes to ensuring quality health care for every resident, regardless of income, background, or insurance status. And I look forward to working with everyone here as we continue this fight. Thank you very much for being here, and it's now my pleasure to welcome Carlos Myers from Beyond Care.
Again, I want to say thank you, Mayor Lightfoot, for not only talking the talk, but walking the walk as you went back and got tested today for National HIV Testing Day. Good morning. My name is Carlos Myers, and I'm the founder and CEO of Beyond Care, Inc. We're a HIV testing agency located in Chicago. We're funded by the Chicago Department of Public Health and also the Illinois Department of Public Health. Since 2009, the National HIV Testing Day Community Partnership is part of an ongoing effort between Walgreens, Greater Than AIDS, health departments, and community-based organizations